Hey everyone, it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and I sat down to edit this, and then I had one more thought I wanted to put in here as a disclaimer. So I totally pop off on this video. I'm very salty, very grouchy, and I want to just let you guys know, if it's your thing to collect 40 million Stanley Cups, it's just not that deep, bro. So go ahead, do your thing. If you love standing in line at 1:30 in the morning to get a different color Stanley Cup, you do you, boo, like Cody Rixby says. So really, you can get as many as you can comfortably afford. It's not that big a deal. It's not that deep. I just really wanted to rant about this because I felt like it's such a mind-blowing thing. So I just wanted to make sure that I didn't really offend anybody. I looked back and thought about it, and I was like, if it brings you joy, like truly brings you joy, I'm not going to harsh on your joy moment. So maybe just don't watch the rest of this video if you are one of the pink Stanley Cup Starbucks ladies or gentlemen. I'm not going to discriminate. I just say it in, with peace and love, that we all just need to kind of look at our spending habits and our overconsumption habits. And yeah, let's go from there. Let's hop into the video.
Hey everyone, it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and today we are just going to talk a little bit about something crazy that happened, and I've seen a lot of people posting about this, and I just had to really think about this and think, oh, you know what, I was part of the problem. I have a few videos about this particular topic, and we are talking about Stanley Cups. So I actually have 3 Stanley or Stanley-esque videos on my channel. I'm going to be doing a full-on review of the Arctic RTIC. They have practically a Stanley dupe, but it is ceramic coated. And now I no longer use Stanley Cups. I can no longer purchase Stanley Cups, and it is because they are lined with stainless steel. These ones happen to be lined with ceramic, and I can handle this because stainless steel has nickel in it, and I have a nickel allergy. So I found out a really, really hard way that I could not use stainless steel tumblers. I started, collecting the Stanley Cups. I think I had at one point like 8 of them. I was drinking out of them all of the time and starting to get really, really bad migraines. I always was feeling kind of blah, and I slowly figured out over time that my nickel allergy was the problem, and it was because of the stainless steel in the cups. So it sounds very weird, but I stopped using all stainless steel things, and I have no issues with my migraines acting up. I get typically a couple a month around that time of the month, but otherwise I am fine. And when I was drinking out of stainless steel tumblers, I was getting them like upwards of 3 and 4 times a week. So I knew something was going haywire. Slowly but surely, I sold off all my Stanleys. I have 0 Stanleys at this point, but at one point I did have like 8. So I'm definitely part of the problem, part of the overconsumption, because how many water things do you need? Like in real life, how many do you need? You need like maybe 2, because one will be getting washed and drying while the other one is in use. So I have 2. I've got 2 of my Arctic cups, and I was definitely in the mindset of, oh, when Arctic comes out with fun new colors, I'll get whatever fun new color that I really like. I am definitely a collector. I was this way with scrapbooking supplies. I'm this way with planner supplies. If I like something in particular, I want it in one of every single color. Like if they make 40 different colors, I want 40 different colors of it. I'm definitely like a marketer's dream. When they are releasing new colors and special edition colors, I am totally their demographic. But with that said, there is no way in the world I would be standing in line for a freaking Stanley Cup. It's a cup, guys. We drink out of it. It's just a water cup. And not only were people waiting in line for these, they were waiting in line hours and hours. I'm sure you guys have seen the TikToks and the Reels and all these things. I'm sure you've seen other people talking about this. I am just jumping on the bandwagon of what in the world is going on. Like, what dystopian overconsumption world do we live in? I am just shook by the videos that I saw of the Stanley Cup thing. And yeah, the Stanley Cup was gorgeous. That pink sparkly Starbucks one, absolutely gorgeous. Guess what? Arctic has a very similar one. This is holographic, it's glittery, and this one is $34.99, whereas the Stanleys are $45. So when I was purchasing Stanleys, I was getting them for $39.99. Like, that is like the upward limit of what I would feel comfortable spending on a cup. It's a cup, you drink out of it, that's it. But they are $45 now. I could not believe. Like, I'm sorry, I know inflation has happened. I bought my Stanley Cups like a year ago. There's no way they went up supply-wise $5. There's just no way. Like, they are milking this, they are using us, they are taking advantage of the situation for the supply and demand. I mean, we are duped, guys. We are totally collectively duped into purchasing these crazy expensive cups. Like, first of all, when I was first looking at Stanley cups, I totally looked, one of my main videos of Stanley was putting it against all of the dupes from Amazon, like $20 cups. Guess what? They all worked about the same. Like, they kept your water cold enough for a decent amount of time. Yeah, it didn't keep your ice cold for 2 days. Like, how many of us like need our cup to stay cold for 2 days? How many of us need ice in our cup for 2 days? Like, we're not going camping, a lot of us. We are living in our house. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so the majority of my time is either running errands back and forth for like short bursts, you know, a couple of hours, and then also just being at home doing chores, like cooking dinner. Do I need my ice to stay cold for 2 days? No, I don't. I just need it for a couple of hours. So any freaking Amazon dupe cup would work just fine. And I'm getting loud, I'm getting heated about this because it is so mind-numbingly terrible what we are doing. Just like, as a collective society, why on earth are we standing in line for hours? Like, hours. Some people got there at like 1:30 in the morning when the stores don't even open till like 8 or 9. Like, what are we doing with our lives? It's just madness. If they were giving them away for free or paying me to take them, I might stand in line starting at 1:30. There is not a single product in the entire world that I think I would stand in line that long for. Just not. I don't care how pretty the Stanley Cup was. Like, clearly I love me some Stanley Cup dupes at this point. I would have loved to still use my Stanley Cups. And had I not had an allergy to the nickel in the stainless steel, I totally would use my Stanley Cups. Like, you could pry them from my cold, dead fingers. That's how much I loved them. I actually was really sad when I had to sell them off. It was really heartbreaking for me because I'm like, I love my Stanley Cup. It's just great. It holds a lot of water. I don't have to refill it all the time. I really was a Stanley tumbler girly. I just loved them. Super fangirly. Of course, I got the dupes now, and I'm an Arctic fangirly now. I love these. I would like a couple of more colors, and that's part of the problem. Like, why do I need more than 2? So I'm watching these videos of these people fighting over Stanley Cups, like, just because they're a certain color. Mind you, there's like 5 billion colors of them. So you could literally walk into like a Dick's Sporting Goods and get a couple of Stanley Cups. You could order them from the Stanley website. They have them like in stock right now. As of me filming this, I looked on the website, they have a few colors in stock, but no, people are gonna stand in line for hours and hours to get a certain color of them. And then the resale markup of these is just astronomical, like $45. Hello, that is an expensive cup. Like, you're talking almost 50 bucks for a cup. Like, with tax, it would be close to 50 bucks. I'm sorry, it's a cup. It's not that exciting. But people are reselling them for like 200 bucks. I'm like, are these people who are collecting these cups, are they drinking out of every single one? Because let me tell you, I had 8 of them. I was not drinking out of every single one of them on a regular basis. I was sticking to like 2, maybe 3 different colors and rotating them out. I was not using all 8 in rotation. So these people that have like whole shelves worth of Stanley Cups, they are definitely not using those cups regularly. Like, if you have a Stanley Cup for every single day of the month, you have too many Stanley Cups. It's just too many. It's just mind-blowing to me. I just cannot believe the level of overconsumption and just hype that these cups have gotten. And mind you, I'm a fangirly. I made videos about these. I loved the cups. I love the colors. I definitely feel like Pokemon, where I gotta catch them all. I'm definitely a target demographic for this. And I just like draw the line there. If we're waiting in line for hours and fighting, like running, it was insane, like running down hallways in Target, almost knocking people over, and some people did get knocked over. We're failing as a society. Like, we're just failing, guys. It's just, we gotta do better than this. And I'm one of those people that loves to buy lots of stuff. Like, hello, planner mecca. I'm part of the problem. So I'm saying this all with peace and love. So I'm going to try my best, unless they come out with like the most beautiful teal one in the entire universe. I'm gonna try my best to stick with 2 Arctic cups. Do I need an Arctic cup in every color? Do I need 8 of these? Like, I had 8 Stanley Cups. I knew how ridiculous it was at the moment. And then I saw more colors coming out. I'm like, ooh, I really like that shiny one. Even though I'm spending $40 on a freaking cup, I was still thinking, oh, I wanna get more. I wanna have more. And there's no need for that. And watching these people literally fighting over Stanley Cups, I just really want to do better myself. That's part of this video. It's like self-accountability. Like, I have 2 right now, 2 Arctics. That's all I need. One can run through the dishwasher while I drink out of the other one. That's all I need. I just need 2. If I see a beautiful teal one, I might get a third one. Other than that, like, I already have my sparkly pink one. I don't need anything else. Like, these are my colors, teal and pink, and I also really like the white one. This was one of the first colors that they had. They had like 5 different colors, didn't like anything except the white, and I do like the blue and white combo, so I really like that one. I don't plan on getting more than maybe one more, so I'll have to be really careful about my next choice. Even though I feel like 2 is plenty, I might stick to the third one just to get a teal one. But yeah, I've got my pink one. Like, this is the dreamy one here. Like, it's sparkly. So yeah, if you missed out on the Stanley Cup Starbucks one, how about go to Arctic and get yourself a pink holographic sparkly one. This one is called Snapdragon something. Snapdragon Glitter, something like that. The white one, couldn't tell you what it's called. I just am shook. Like, shook to my core watching these people fight over a cup and wait in line for hours for a cup. There's no object in this world, no physical thing in this world that I would stand and wait in line that long for. It's just absurd to me, and I hope people look back at those videos, and I hope people who did stand in line kind of feel a little bit of ashamed. Like, just thinking, oh yeah, you know what, I did that. Like, I feel a little bit embarrassed for doing that. I really hope that they do. Like, especially if they already have like 4 million Stanley Cups. I really hope they look back and have some self-awareness and be like, wow, like what I did there, that was a little bit too much. And they rethink things in the future. I really just, I don't know, I'm just so disgusted with our society based on that thing. And I get the funness of it, like waiting in line for concert tickets, waiting in line for something you're really looking forward to, but it got out of control. It got crazy. Like, the moment people are stealing cups and fighting over cups and running down the hallway like their life depended on it, that's when I draw the line between like, oh yeah, that's cute and quirky, to, oh my gosh, we have problems. Like, we have major problems here. As far as my Arctic cup, I asked for this one for Christmas, so I had the other one long enough to realize I really liked it. It wasn't giving me any migraine issues because the stainless steel is totally covered in ceramic. Like, anything that you're gonna be drinking out of, it's not touching any stainless steel. So I'm very happy with my cups. You know what? These ones are cheaper. These ones are $34.99, so 10 bucks cheaper than a Stanley Cup. And yeah, just, you know, keep that in mind. If you're thinking about waiting in line for a Stanley Cup, you could just go to the Arctic website or Amazon and purchase one for $10 cheaper and not have to wait in line. Just saying, just saying. I'm shocked. I'm shocked how bad it was, and looking forward, like, I love planners. I love stickers. I love collecting all the things. Certain companies, Coffee Monsters Co., do releases at certain times, and you bet your butt I am on the computer ready to go, logged in a couple minutes before their launch and trying to purchase things like a sniper, like trying to add things to my cart and check out before anyone else because I want this item. I'm not going to do that anymore. So I will miss out on some of these pre-sales and hot commodity items because, you know, it's washi tape and stickers. Guess what? I've got a billion things of washi tape and a billion stickers. I don't need any more. So I'm gonna not do that moving forward. I'm not gonna be there setting my alarm, logging in, hoping to snipe something. There was one Coffee Monsters Co. release. They had redone the subscription model and I wanted the washi tape subscription. So I was there right on time, did not get it. I had it in my cart, went to check out, something went haywire. I thought I had gotten it and I didn't get it. And I was so upset, like upset for hours after that, just not getting my washi tape subscription. And I'm like, wow, I have problems. Like, I need to really think about this level of crazy that is going on right now because I should not be upset over effing washi tape. Like, washi tape, guys, it's this. It's crap made out of paper and sticky stuff. Like, why am I getting upset? Like, literal upset. Like, not quite crying upset, but getting pretty dang close to being crying. Like, it's effing paper, like, no big deal. So I really had to dig deep and think about that. And then with this new Stanley Cup craziness going on, first of all, I didn't know about the Stanley Cup thing. I'm not in the Stanley Cup know anymore. I didn't know this release was even happening. I didn't know anything about it until after the fact. I know about the washi tape, and I was in line for the washi tape trying to check out with it. And I had to really look at myself after that and be like, wow, that's unhinged. Like, me being super upset about not getting this. And like, it's sight unseen at that point. It's a subscription model. So I'm getting this subscription sight unseen, not knowing what I'm purchasing, not knowing if I'm gonna love it or hate it. Although, like, everything Helen does is gorgeous and I love it. So I know I would like it, at least. I might not love it like it's the best washi tape in the whole wide world, but I would at least love it and enjoy it and be able to use it. But I couldn't believe how upset it made me, and I had to really reflect on that. And then seeing all the Stanley Cup stuff after that, I'm like, man, I really got to alter my behavior and alter my choices. So I'm not the one standing in line for Stanley Cups for hours. I couldn't believe it. So most of this is just ranting about what is wrong with people. And then part of it is also just self-accountability. Like, I'm part of the problem. Like, you know, I'm in line trying to get the washi tape subscription, and I just really don't want to feed into that frenzy anymore. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to take a step back and be like, okay, I know I'm not going to get a washi subscription. I'm just not, because I'm not going to be there standing in line ready to snipe it on my laptop and then being upset that afternoon because I didn't get it. That's just where my mind is at for this. I just hope I didn't offend anybody too bad, but I mean, if you're standing in line for a Stanley Cup and you were one of the people running down the halls of Target, maybe look at yourself. Just maybe look. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a little bit different of a video for me. Now I'll tell you my Stanley Cup videos. I've got one Stanley Cup video that is Stanley Cup versus all the Amazon dupes. And then my second Stanley Cup video is Stanley Cup versus Simple Modern, because Simple Modern has a very similar cup. Spoiler alert, their cups are also cheaper than Stanley, and they come in like 70 different colors or something crazy, and a lot of them are in stock on their website. So just, you know, FYI, Arctic, Simple Modern. Going back to that, my second video was Stanley Cup versus Simple Modern. Simple Modern won. My third video was Arctic versus Simple Modern versus Stanley. It was my third Stanley video. Spoiler alert, Simple Modern won that one too. This one didn't. This was ceramic coated, but the Simple Modern one won in 2 things head to head with the Stanley Cup. So like, if you're talking about the best of the best, it's not Stanley Cup. But anyway, those 3 videos just constantly, some of the top viewed videos on my channel. I'll see like the top 10 videos when I go into my analytics. Generally speaking, those 2 older videos are like 1 and 3 or 1 and 2 on my most viewed videos on my channel every month, just month after month after month after month. So just, you know, those Stanley Cup videos are there. Like the Stanley Cup beat out all the Amazon dupes. It was still really close for a few of them, but the Simple Modern Cup beat out Stanley Cup twice in 2 of my little head-to-head things. So just so you know, that is there. You can watch those videos if you're interested. If you're trying to move away from Stanley Cup, there's 2 very viable options that are much, much, much cheaper. Like, you're talking $10 difference in the cup, and you're still getting like a very similar looking cup with pretty beautiful colors. Hope we can all collectively move away from this Stanley Cup brainwashing. I don't know what. I don't know. We're so addicted to them. It's kind of incredible. So that's really all I have for you guys today. Just a crazy rant about Stanley Cups and overconsumption and materialism and capitalism and all the things. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe and let me know down below how many Stanley Cups or Stanley Cup dupes do you own? I own 2 of these. I have 2 Simple Modern cups too. I use them for guests. So anytime family members come to visit, they have their cups because nobody's using my Arctic cups. These are my precious ones now with the ceramic coating. I'm trying to be delicate with them just in case, because once that ceramic coating is messed up, I can no longer use the cup. So these ones are my precious babies right now. So anyway, I'd love to know how many Stanleys or off-brand Stanleys you have. Let me know in the comments down below, and I will catch you next time. Have a great day, guys. Bye.